Odds are they're not ready. And when I say they, like, I want to include you and I in this conversation just as much as I'm talking about them. We'll get to them in a minute because it is a huge, important part. In fact, let's talk about them up front and then we'll talk about you and I. Just irritated, team. You have so many folks out there who talk some really good talk, but they don't necessarily walk the walk. And what I mean by that is they're all about showing the community at large, whether it's online or even virtually, what their skills and passions are. And that's awesome, and I don't want to take away anything from that. Everybody who's out there running schools, even creating YouTube content or wherever else, whatever platform they're using, all have their own unique experience and their way of presenting skill sets and teaching that should not be discredited by anybody. But sometimes we get to the place where we think that what got us to here is going to get us to there. And that is absolutely not the case. No matter what the skill set is, no matter what the area of life is, what got us to here is not going to get us to there. And so there are a lot of opportunities out there for all of them and all of us to be a part of. One that comes to mind, to be honest with you, is Grunt Proof's SEER Challenge, right? Randall and I have literally contacted probably 200 content creators and instructors. Some of them have said, man, that sounds badass. Some have not responded. And some have said, it sounds cool, but how much are you going to pay me to come out and be a part of this, right? And that's not what the SEER Challenge is all about. And you don't have to be a content creator to come out. Like, look at the first season. You don't even have to be a survivalist. Like, nothing taken away from Eric. He's a badass dude who has a lot of outdoor experience. But he said, here am I, send me, and he came out, right? Jared had spent some time in the military and the Navy, but he said, here am I. Let me come do this thing, right? And then we look at last year, we had another Army vet who had been out for a long time, and he said, here I am, send me. Like, you don't have to be what the world would think of as a badass to participate in the SEER Challenge. You just need to say, here am I, send me, let's freaking do this shit, right? Let's put my skills to the test. It's exactly what I did when Randall reached out to me. I had to say to myself, I'm going to put myself on the line as the navigation guy, right? I'm going to put myself on the line, and I'm going to go put my own skills to somebody else's test and evaluation. Because that's how we really get to the meat and the merit of who we are and our skill sets. Now, maybe you're not a creator and you're not ready to put those skill sets to the test. So there's things that you can do. And again, it applies to even dudes like me, right? There are schools all over the place that we can go participate in. And we can even do some institutional training, right? We could do some self-development or some operational domains, right? Training with a group of people in our area or just training on our own. But getting into somebody else's wheelhouse who has facilities and periods of instruction set up, ready to go. Maybe you're in Western Tennessee and you want to check out Strategic Self-Reliance. Great sets of courses that they offer from a dude who is a no bullshit guy, right? Maybe you're up in the Northwest and you want to get in touch with Frontline Preparedness, another great organization that works with their community, right? Maybe you are in other places and there are dozens of schools out there. Maybe you are in the Nashville, Hotlanta, and Charlotte area and you're looking for a place to train. You can come down here. In fact, we're in the middle of running a land nav course right now. And every month we're going to have a course lined up. It's not always going to be land nav, but we're going to have some evasion classes and some scouting classes, right? Going to some place, and yeah, it has to be reputable, right? And it's not to toot my own horn or Alfred's or anybody else's horns that's out there. But what is the background experience of the folks that are teaching you? Why are they teaching? Is this the only thing that they do? or do they have other tent making things that they do, right? As far as providing income, do they love to do it? How do they teach? What have others said about the courses that they teach? Are they really hands-on and really want you to take away the knowledge? Or do they just want to give you a freaking hard time and tell you to suck it up after you spend, $5, $6, $7, in some cases $1,000 for a short school, right? Or do they have some civilian or even military expertise? And just because you're a vet doesn't mean that you are a natural instructor or that you even have the skill sets to instruct. But in the same way, if we're going to invest our time and our money and our energy into something, we need to make sure that we're going to get a return on that investment. Does that make sense? But I'm going to challenge you to look out with whatever is in your sphere, right? What's around your epicenter and who's out there, who's doing some training. Whether it is a schoolhouse, maybe it's a university, maybe it's a college that is teaching some courses that are related to what it is that you want to learn, right? Maybe it is a school like here that I'm running. Maybe it's with a group of pals and you want to get better. So you need to find out, how do I get better at the things that we want to get better at? And then dedicate yourself to doing that, right? It's so important to keep on mastering our craft, because no matter who we are, no matter what our level of expertise is, sometimes we're going to sing off pitch, right? Sometimes we're going to miss a chord or miss a note. Sometimes we're going to have 0 at the top and 2 7 on the right, right? We're going to make mistakes no matter how good we are. So we need to make sure that we understand that what got us here is not going to get us there. And that we keep putting ourselves into places and situations and in groups of people that will encourage us and that will challenge us and that will hold us accountable. Team, just a few things I'm thinking about chewing the fat here is we got a lot of good dudes out here who came out for this course from Virginia, Georgia, and Tennessee. And as they're out running around, I'm sitting here at the patrol base waiting for them all to come back, just thinking about. Team, I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Have you been to a school and had a good time, a bad time? Share those experiences. Have you been in with a group of folks and had some good experiences or bad experiences? Leave some comments so that we can continue to learn and grow from each other as we all continue to master our craft and develop our tactical virtue. Team, I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked. Because everything... to some place...
We know you're out there! Come to my voice!
Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.